Welcome everyone to the Side Drive Podcast, and also welcome to our Martinsville STP 500 race review. And this week we saw more Team Penske dominance at Martinsville.
Yes, they've been really strong this year. Joey started on the pole, and can you tell by the flag? Brad won.
Yeah, so this is our tradition. Every time Keselowski wins, we put the flag up, and we're trying to find other ways for, like if Kyle Busch wins, something we could do. We can't necessarily do the bow, so we're trying to figure out other things to do for other drivers. Brad just seemed to be the easiest.
He's so easy. He just grabbed the American flag, and it's his tradition, and so we just want to kind of throw it out to him like that.
All right, and also, thank goodness, Carl Edwards is gone.
Maybe. I mean, in that sense, but we can't do a backflip.
Yeah, we can't do a backflip. Oh, wait. Daniel Hemrick. Oh, no.
Oh, we'll see when he wins. So,
yeah. So, we'll attempt one, I guess.
I'm not.
I'm not either. We'll do something different, I guess.
I just roll.
Congratulations, and then we just fall down. But to get into the race review before we talk about backflips too long, so Logano did get the pole, but he would lose the lead within 5 laps to teammate Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, Joey, they really couldn't get the handle on his car. Some reason they just couldn't get to turn in the middle of the center or something, but Brad, they really figured it out.
Yeah, it was crazy to see how many people changed from qualifying to the race. As you had Brian Blaney, who qualified like 17th, and he made his way up to first, or second at one point.
Yeah, he was blazing through the field. Him and Chase, maybe Denny, about the only one who can really make a lot of passes through the field, and a lot of people struggle with trying to make moves and just couldn't get it done.
And Kyle Busch, who qualified like 14th, even though he did struggle a little bit, he managed to get his way up to 3rd.
Yeah, and that was just because of track, because his pit crew got him out, got the track position that way. And very surprising he didn't leave one single lap.
Yeah, I believe that's the first time this season that's happened. Because he led laps at Daytona, led laps at Atlanta, Vegas, and of course the ones he won at Phoenix and Auto Club. So a new low, even though it's not very low.
Yeah, I mean, some fans might like this package now, but
yeah. Keep it.
Keep it.
The package did see a little bit of drawback, but it also, in a sense, helped the racing, and it also hurt it. It's really a middle ground.
It made a really interesting race. You really see the turbulent air with the hood flaps, and we kept bouncing up and down when they get real close to another car, and I mean, it's just pretty awesome. And someone struggled with handling, and I thought the racing was fairly good. I know Brad dominated most of it, but there was still some passing going on, and tight battles.
It wasn't that Brad just had like a 1,000-second lead. No one could do anything. Chase was there, Kyle was there, Truex, I believe, was strong enough to be there. So if any of those cars got track position, they were going to be gone as well.
Yeah.
It's just the way the turbulent air was. You was not getting around somebody unless they got slowed up by a lap car, or you just had a great restart.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy seeing Ryan Blaney just kind of making moves on Kyle Busch.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that.
I was like, wow, he just passed Kyle, so that's pretty crazy.
So, like normally Kyle doesn't even get passed by champions.
Yeah.
So that was really cool for Blaney fans.
Yeah, I didn't know if, maybe Blaney and Chase was talking about the track and they learned something from each other.
Yeah. So I guess Bubba Wallace wasn't invited to that meeting.
He wasn't invited to that meeting.
Yes. You're here. You're invited to our show.
Yeah. Well, I actually saw more Bubba this weekend. I seen Blaney and Chase in the field. I think Bubba went past me about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. So as you can tell by our red faces, we were there at Martinsville. We were right there in the action.
Yeah, we kind of like the Martinsville hot dogs now.
Yeah. Except we're not world famous or anything, but
We're trying.
We're trying our best. Boogity, boogity, boogity. A bunch of hot dogs. So McDowell would crash into the wall, causing the first caution of the day at around lap 50, 60, somewhere-ish. So he had an awesome paint scheme as well.
Yeah. He had
The root beer.
Yeah. That's pretty.
Looked pretty cool.
A pretty cool looking paint scheme.
And then, other than that, very uneventful stage 1. Keselowski wins stage 1, gets his first stage win of the season.
Yeah, and Pacey's really coming on strong here, cylinder dominance. So.
Yes, and he would go on to win stage 2. Nothing anyone could really do besides maybe Chase Elliott.
Yeah, and if Ryan Blaney's crew could help him get some track position, I believe he'd have been up there. I believe he did race his way up to about second, and then in the stage, and his crew got him back about 5th. It's like, come on, guys.
Martinsville's just one of those places. It's like, you can have a great car, then you have a bad pit stop, but then you have to battle your way back up, and then you go down pit road and you're back to 5th. And then you battle your way back up, and then you're back down.
It seems like you're fighting the same people all day long. So.
Yeah, his pit crew.
Yeah. I said, I just passed Kyle Busch again, and I got to chase him back down. So.
Well, it was really difficult to pass, which I finally got something right that it was going to be difficult to pass.
Yeah.
But I did think people would use the bumper more often, which they did, but they did not do it to the extent that I was thinking that they were going to.
Yeah, I thought they was going to give a bumper and they just spin up the track and wreck, but none of that really happened.
Yeah, we saw some bumping, but really, I believe one of the spotters said on Twitter that they could, dive it down deep into the corners more than they ever could here at Martinsville, and that's why we really didn't see much bumping and banging. So after that, we would see a little bit of bumping and banging with Ty Dillon and William Byron. It looked like Ty Dillon just got a run off the corner and spun Byron out. Which is cool at the track because I had no clue it had anything to do with Ty Dillon. I thought Byron just lost it.
Yeah, I believe Byron went a lap down early in the first stage, but with the cautions and stuff, he got back on the lead lap. I believe Daniel Hemmert was back there too, and he got caught a lap down, and they tried to do some strategy, didn't really get back, but I think he ended up a couple laps down anyways.
Then on restart, Chase Elliott would take the lead on the outside, I believe. Like he had a great run.
Yeah, it's kind of weird at Martinsville to pass somebody on the high side, and get a good run off the top. But with this new package, I guess it works.
Anything is possible with this package, I guess. Mm-hmm. But we heard the crowd go wild.
Yeah,
louder than the cars. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Dale Jr. Goes for the lead or something.
Yeah, I was never at a racetrack where Dale Jr. took the lead, so it was interesting to be a part of the Chase Elliott lead change. And then later on that run, Eric Jones would blow a tire, but he would stay out for multiple laps until the back end started blowing out, which we got to see some more of a sponsor.
Yeah, I saw the front fender was being out or something. I was like, hey, what's happening to his car? Next thing I know, he's got a flat tire and the back end's all blowed out. And I was like, oh, okay, I understand now.
And he had a great run before all of that happened. I'm not sure what exactly happened to blow the tire out, because
Yeah, he may have made contact with another car somewhere.
yeah, and like I said, we were not watching it on TV. We were there, so there may be some information on that we just didn't know. So if there is, let us know.
Yeah.
And then that did not cause the caution, but what caused the caution was Matt Tifft getting into the wall and causing the caution, even though he was okay. He was driving fine. He just hit the wall.
Yeah, I don't know if he just stopped or what it was made him think that they needed to caution.
Yeah, so maybe it was just accidental or something. Like, oh, somebody's doing something. Caution.
Yeah.
And then during pit road, Keselowski would beat the 9 off pit road, which we saw, Team Penske's pit crew last year really helped them get the championship, and they're still pros today.
Mm-hmm.
And then later in that run, which Keselowski would have a huge lead.
Yeah,
there was no stopping.
He would just continue dominating after that.
The Ross Chastain would bring out the next caution. I believe the final caution. He had some issues earlier in the race, and I believe those issues arose again.
Yeah, and this is a caution that Blaney said he really didn't need, because Blaney, he really had a long run car, and he was really catching the leaders. He was up to, I believe, third at the point.
He was either third or second.
Yeah.
I believe he did get by Kyle Busch at that point. He was either about to pass Chase or already did. Mm-hmm. So then went down pit road and came out like fifth, and had the battles way back to third. Mm-hmm. Or fourth, actually.
Yeah.
So Keselowski would win the race. But I also would like to point out that Boyer had 2 penalties in that race, still finished in the top 10. Also, Denny Hamlin, who had an uncontrolled tire, he would make his way up to finish 5th.
Yeah, he was really coming at the very end, making some moves, and I didn't know if he'd make something happen towards the end. So, good run for them.
And you got to admit that Martinsville would be a pretty tiring and exhausting race to run in, especially if you're, you get some sort of penalty. You got a driver way back up there, so it's going to be, when you get out of the car, you're going to be exhausted.
It's like driving rush hour every for 4 hours straight, and
yeah,
you just can't. You're always behind that slow car. Get out of the way.
And then like I said, it's much harder to just bump people out of the way, so you had to be more patient. And race car drivers, they aren't so patient at sometimes.
I know. It seems like with the new package, the cars are more stable.
Yeah, I believe there's some minor tweaks that needs to be made to the package. One thing I would like to do is take off the clear piece on the spoiler. I would like to see the spoiler, shrink just a little bit. Not as much as it was last season, but it does not need to be that tall.
Yeah.
And, I would just like to see how it would react if they just raced it that way.
Yeah.
I could be just putting all this blame on the spoiler, and it might not even be the cause of it, but that's at least what I'm seeing from it.
Yeah. You think it's spoiling it?
Yeah. Spoilers have been causing a lot of issues since Texas of 2018. So congratulations to Brad Keselowski and the whole entire two crew of Team Penske for winning their second Martinsville race.
Yeah, got him another clock.
Yeah, he's never going to lose track of time. There we go with that pun again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a dominating day from him. He led over 400 laps in that race, and that is something you don't see at Martinsville. But it does remind me of old school short track racing, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems like we got to have more of these kind of type races. So.
Yeah, we need more short tracks. Yeah, it reminds me of going to Hickory Speedway or something like that. So, there's some good parts to this package at Martinsville at least, and bad parts as well. So, if we find that middle ground, we'll have a perfect Martinsville race.
Yep.
Hopefully in the fall, we'll have
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. And it is now time for our sponsor spotlight. And who is in the spotlight today?
Well, we're going to go with the sponsor that won the race, and that's Draw Tight Hitches, and they sponsored Brad Keselowski, and they had a really cool paint scheme too. So we thank y'all for being in the sport and sponsoring Brad, and thank y'all for everything you do.
Yeah, so that was, I mean, it's always great to be on the car victory lane, especially Martinsville, iconic trophy, iconic hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's really cool to have that paint scheme in NASCAR.
Yeah, that paint scheme is probably one of my favorites. I believe it's the Carolina blue and white. I don't know what it is, but I just love that color.
UNC Charlotte.
UNC.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, thank you to Eric Riviere for finding the hidden Dale Jr. in last week's Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race review. Let me catch my breath. So yeah, thank you for playing the little mini game there. It is always nice to have some fans finding Dale Jr.
We just a little game. We just put on Twitter for everybody to enjoy and try to find him. It's always fun to do.
Yeah, so if you have found Dale Jr. in this thumbnail, let us know down below where he is, and we may shout you out in the next video, which will be tomorrow, which would be the race review for the trucks. We wanted to get the Cup one out first, since more people would be talking about it on Twitter, so just want to get it out first, and then tomorrow, for all of you that love our truck race reviews, we'll get to see it next or tomorrow.
Yep.
So yeah, overall, what did you think of this race?
I thought it was really great. I really enjoyed the race. I know people don't like to see one car just dominate the whole race, but there was some passing and some of the cars, coming and going. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had fun, and I really liked the way the race went.
Yeah, it's fun when you're at the track where you can, you can look at what battle you want to look at. On TV, it's either 100% on the car dominating all day, which is probably what it was on, and probably why people were so negative about it on Twitter that I saw. But throughout the field, I'm not just saying like in 20th or so, but like the battle for the top 5 was always heated and always challenging for those drivers.
It seemed like they're just a couple inches from each other's bumper, and the whole time, and it's just a real tight battle all the way through the race. I mean, even up front, it's real tight, hard to pass, and I did see a few bumpers being up, but nobody spun out.
Yeah, so we'll see how things will be changed, or if they're even changed for the fall race. I can't wait to go back, because being in the garage area was really cool. A lot of cool drivers that we got to meet from this era and from the past as well.
Yeah, we got to meet Bobby Labonte and Ricky Craven. Got pictures took with them, and got to talk with Ricky a little bit. And it's wild seeing people on TV, and then you finally get to meet them, and it's pretty crazy. So
you're real.
So I mean, it's like it's such a he's in shock sometimes and don't know what to say and don't know how to act.
Yeah. But next week is Texas, which I'm really excited to see how some of these teams have adjusted to how they ran in the West Coast swing, because we heard some comments from Storthouse Racing about that they knew what to change. I'm also interested in seeing what Chip Ganassi Racing is going to do.
Yeah.
Because we saw Kurt Busch, top 5 driver in Auto Club, I believe.
Yeah.
And also really good at Las Vegas. So he may have a good shot to win.
Yeah, we'll see if Penske continues their dominance and continue their speed, and see if Ryan Blaney may sneak a win. We'll see about that, or if it's going to be the Joe Gibbs team.
Will Martin Truex Jr. get his first win of the season? You know, this, I haven't seen people talking about him yet. I mean,
Yeah,
he was one of the big three last year. He didn't win as much as the other two, but he was still dominant.
yeah, he's ran very good. Hadn't qualified too great, but he's always come to the top 10. He just had a few minor little problems with contacting some wrecks and issues like that. But yeah, once they get past all that, I believe he's going to be pretty strong.
And since you mentioned qualifying, they changed the format to where if you do not run, if you do not get a lap in, your time will be disallowed in the previous rounds. And also, you can't pull out and sit on pit road like we saw that they did in Auto Club.
Yeah, once you pull out, you got to go.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out and how the teams will adapt to it. You know, that they're saying that they don't want to do single car qualifying, which I think would be really cool. We would get to see who would be the best team, best driver out there.
Yeah, I think we ought to go back to some of the old school racing. You know, the old school ways. And I mean, it really worked back then. I mean, why wouldn't it work now?
Yeah, so I think if this format fails, if they find some way, if the drivers find some loophole, really, I think the only loophole they could do is all get together and say we're not going to run a lap, and they just sit there first round, and no one makes a lap. What would they do?
Everybody's disqualified. So.
It's like, would they run the rest of qualifying on TV, or what would happen?
I don't know.
Which I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, but
No, the team owners are like, you need to go.
yeah. No.
No, I'm not.
So it's going to be interesting. Again, there is a whole entire video on some of this stuff, so we may get to it one of these days.
Yeah.
So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video.